So I bought SAKAZUKI coaching from Fabian. He is pro player from Singapore that finished second in Singapore finals and will be playing in Asia finals to qualify to Worlds. He's also a part of Team Sifu King. He allowed me to publish this session that most big tournaments are already over in Europe and NA, and as the start of the session he wanted to see how I play to evaluate my level, and it was long before European finals in Utrecht, so I was clearly the very beginner with SAKAZUKI deck and it didn't go well.
So we just run a game, see whether or not there are any more like problems that we need to rectify. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll
Mostly
go with your list, just random opponent and speak when I play, or just play without consulting?
you can play. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna backseat you. You just play like how you play. Then I'll come back to you after the game. Yeah. Just want to see if you're making any other mistakes. Or is there anything that we need help with? Yeah. Oh, as for recording this session, I'm fine with it as long as you're not monetizing it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so we're going second.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see. I leave it up to you. Yeah, just play like how you will play. It's fine. Don't need to worry about me. If you want, you can voice out your thoughts as you play, if you want to.
Yeah, sure. Okay. So yeah, I will trash Houndblaze because I have two of them, and then pass. So we are safe from Gadatsu play because he attacked first into life. Next turn I had 6, so I can develop Borsa. Lutin trash. I think I can take this one. And I think on my turn, because he played Shirahoshi, next turn he's 7, right? So NL or Big Mom. I can push Kuzan, reduce. Yeah, 6 done. So I can play Borsa, will be left with 2. Can reduce here, use Hound Blaze to push more, but it depends if he triggers anything. So I will just start with Kuzan, because I'm okay if Kuzan goes, because I have Ice Age in hand. Yeah, attack with Kuzan first in case of any trigger. Then let's go with Brennu first to put some pressure. Okay, he's on 1 life, so I don't attack. Okay, I have Rebecca Hina. I can go combo next turn with Hina in hand, bring back Lucci. Borsellino is an option as well, because I don't, depending on his play, so most likely trash 1 Ice Age. I don't think I need 2 of them. Okay. So if he swings now with Leader, I will block with Borza, because I don't have an 2k counter. So then he needs to decide if he wants to push Borza or life if he plays down. The 7 cost, but he plays Mochi. Okay. And pushing Borza. No way that I'm saving here. But he didn't develop anything here. So I think it's a good turn to set up Kuzan maybe for the next turn, depending what he plays, and push maybe last life. So Kuzan will be 4 dons left. Do I want to cycle here the Great Eruption? Here I'm not sure on this turn. Because with 4 dons I can go 6-6, but I don't think it's enough to push both lives. What else? Kuzan into Rebecca and just swing 5k. Yeah, I think I can just swing 5k first to see what he does. Okay, that's interesting. So next turn he's on 9, so worst play would be Yamato. 3 life. Because I consider to just push him to 0, but then he plays Yamato, puts 1 back, and it doesn't matter. So I think it's better to develop here for sure. So set up Kuzan. So I have 7 in hand if I play Rebecca. Yeah, this one is tough for me. Yeah, probably just... or even Sabo to push safely. I can even play Hina here, because I have so many reducers in hand, just to go white. And Hina dies to Yamato. And then trash Tsuru. Yeah. Okay. Okay. If we place Yamato, he can pop either Brenyu or Hino. And if you have blocker on board, so I'm not taking any life this turn probably. But it might be Katakuri, I don't, maybe. Wait, I have Rebecca in hand. Yeah, no Hina in trash, let her go. Okay. So, Borsalino 7, I need to put him down to 4, 1 here, 1, 3, 4, maybe. Okay, let's see. Okay. Put this back, and I cycle Brain. Yep. Okay. Ice Age, Borsalino, and push 1 life. Then I'm left with 2 Dawn. Can play Brain. I'll start here. Okay. Then see if any trigger, unless he defends. Okay. So cost 3, we can go down here and then play the combo and KO both. Or I can cycle first. So Cycle Braining. Okay. So here. Pellegina. Ah, wait. Oh, I miscounted. Yeah, it was too fast. Because she's on 3, not on 2. Okay, it was bad. So yeah, let's just... Okay, I let Hina go, because I have Manchuri in hand. Okay, so... So as you can see, I start playing so badly overall. The whole game was shit show that I even stopped talking. Fabian recognized it and just offered his help to maybe try and save the game at the end.
Do you need help?
Hmm?
Do you need help?
Yeah, I'm a little bit lost now. Like when game is going for so long, I don't even
Okay.
know.
You have to protect your whole board. You need everything to stick if you even want to try to go for game. But we can transition to trying to clear the board. Depends. So, okay, that doesn't help at all. We are trashing it away. Let's see what we pick up first before we decide what we're doing. Okay, Hina doesn't help at all. Okay, so this time what are we doing? Probably trying to we can try and kill him, or we can try and go for the board. This turn, he's only 2 cards. So, honestly, we can just poke for 5. Just poke 5, see what happens. If he takes it, we can try to go for a game. If he doesn't take it, we just chase the board. Simple as that. Okay, he takes it. So let's see, any triggers? Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, so now we kind of need everything to connect, or we can just transition to clearing the board. So yeah, we can just go for the board here. So let's see. We have to make both attacks over. Let's see, 3, 4, 5. Problem is, if we chase the board next turn, he can chase back. But he still have 2 attacks. If he kills 2 balls, so I don't think we can win. So we still have 10 Dawn left to work with. Okay, we can swing 8 first, because that doesn't require any commitment.
Swing life, correct? Because
Yeah, we swing
to
live.
check him.
Okay, then we just transition to chasing the board. No choice. So just poke at the board and pass, right? Wait, let's see.
We can
Yeah, we can't drop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can clear both of them. We just pass, then hope for the best. Cause next time he's gonna clear both of the bosses. If he tops like any big drop, we lose. But we don't have a choice. This game was played pretty badly already. Every turn was a misplay. But I'll go through that with you later on. Okay. That's the best we can do here. He's probably just gonna kill the two bosses, yeah.
So we trash Kina or Hound Blaze here? Because we want to clear Mum, right? Like, no question.
Let's see. We don't really need the Hound Blaze. We can just clear the boss. So Hina is a bit better here. So yeah, we just throw away the Blaze. See how we pick up. Hopefully it helps. Okay, it kind of helps, but probably just hit the Big Mom for 10. Oh yeah, have to hit it for 10. Hit it for 10, then we drop the bossa and pass. We can hit it.
So
We can't play
11,
around
right?
like yeah, we can't play around like what's that? We can't play around Eltor, so this is the best we can do. Yeah. CS Eltor, bad for us. Probably not. Yeah, just drop the bossa and pass. Yeah, it's just game will just come down to who draws gas first. We're seeing 2 cards a turn. If we properly used our cards a little bit better, definitely could have won this game. Would have been a landslide, but okay, I think that's game over. We still can try. Oh, he didn't hit us. Oh, okay, that's good. Let's see. What can we pick up here? We have to pick up. Okay, we have no. Let's see. Worst card is probably the Hina. Cause the Lucci can still get a pop on the Broly if he jumps. So yeah, we're trashing the Hina here. Hopefully we draw into the gas. We need Rebecca. It doesn't help, but that's probably what we're playing this turn. So we can just swing for. Let's see. Swing for 7? Yeah, just swing for 7. Hopefully it doesn't trigger Thunderbolt.
So
We're not swinging
we
the
free there,
bossa
right?
here. Yeah. We can't swing with the bossa here. If we swing with it, he just swings into it. Then next time we don't have a bossa on board to go for game. Just need to pray it doesn't trigger Thunderbolt here. Okay, see? That's fine. Then we just drop Hina, Lucci, pop, Broly, pass. Okay, so we can go for Lito, but we'll need everything to connect. So we just hit for 7 first with Hina. Yeah. If he takes this, we just go 9-9, I think. Yeah, we just go 9-9. Oh, we can just go 7. Yeah, 7-9. 7 gem. Yeah. Hit the boss off first. So he doesn't trigger Thunderbolt. Yeah. Just gem. Unless he triggers something, then we can transition. Okay, he doesn't, so that's game.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, one thing. I think you need to be a little bit more confident with your play. I think you're taking a little bit too long to consider. Don't overthink. Just to make sure you don't do that. What my general advice I give all people that come to me for coaching is when you're playing Saka, right? Just look towards the next 2 turns. Simple as that. Know what's your opponent's next, like what's their strongest play in the upcoming 2 turns. Make sure you're set up for that. Then while you're playing for that, you are in the meanwhile you can start finding answers to like their turn 3, like the 3rd turn and the 4th turn. So just a rule of thumb, just expect what's his strongest play the next 2 turns and then play accordingly for that. So example for this game, he picked up 7 cost Big Mom. So since he's going first, I would expect him on turn 4 to be dropping 7 Mom. So I want to be prepping an answer for that. And setting up the bossa there is fine, just cause you can get out a free block. But if you sequence your turn a little bit better by using your leader ability first, you have picked up a 4 cost cooldown, and that would have been huge. Because he can't answer that if he wants to drop down a 7 mum. And if he drops down a 7 mum, the Kuzan is gonna answer the 7 mum in the next turn. But I won't fault you for that. Just something you could have done a little bit better by just using your leader ability first, just to see what you pick up. And that's very important. Only in the early game when you're using brand new, then I would say seeing what you pick up with brand new is a little bit more important because you need to know you don't want to regret what you're throwing away. That's the most important part. That's why you want to use brand new first in the early game. You want to use brand new first so that whatever you pick up, then you can decide what's the worst card in my hand before I decide what to throw. See all the options available to you, then choose what to discard with your leader ability. Moving on to the mid to late game, the leader ability should be used first. Not always, but for the most part, if you don't have an answer, you want to be using your leader ability to dig first, just in case your play changes. Problem with the thing about SAKAZUKI is nothing is fixed. No turns are fixed. You're not really playing on the deck isn't a deck that plays on curve. Every line of play can change depending on what you find. And you see 2 cards a turn, so you do want to see what's available to you before you make a decision. That's just as simple as using a leader ability first on that turn before his 7 mum came down, before you decided to drop the 4-cost Borsalino. Because if we pick out if we use the leader ability and we draw Kuzan there, obviously we're playing that. Firstly, it's a card with no counter, so I'll always want to play that. Then secondly, it's setting up for removal for his strongest play next turn, which is either going to be 7 mum or NL. Doesn't matter which one, cause 4-cost Kuzan will answer both reliably and easily, as long as you have removal to pair with it, okay? So just need to sequence your leader ability first in these kind of scenarios just to see what you pick up. This game was honestly a shit show. Like, it was just misplay every turn and I was fucking scratching my head off. But aside from that, starting hand was fine to keep. It was 2 Houndblade, Sabo, Brand-New and Bossa. So that hand is fine to keep because we curve into Brand-New, try to find a 4-drop. But what I would discard from that hand isn't going to be the Sabo first, it's going to be the Houndblade. Don't overvalue Houndblade because Houndblade needs to have a reducer paired with it in order to be good. And our hand at that point didn't have any reducers. So what are we gonna do with the second Houndblade? The only times try to put like another thing I like to tell them is try to put a 2-turn expiry date on your cards. If the card isn't gonna help you in the next 2 turns, just throw it away to look for better cards. Sabo can be our turn 3 play if we don't find anything. Bossa can be our turn 4 play to answer their turn 4 play. So all the other cards have other niches except for the Houndblade in our hand, which were 2 pretty useless cards in the hand. So I'll definitely throw one away there, just cause the other cards were way better and had turns where they will be good in. Okay, then yeah, always cycle first. When edit, I think you're overvaluing Ice Age a little bit too much. As I've said, you want to be putting a 2-turn expiry date on your cards. If the Ice Age isn't gonna come and help you in the next 2 turns, especially when you see it in the early game, I'll throw it away in a heartbeat. Because Ice Age and Hina are essentially the same things. But I don't want to be hugging onto this Ice Age card until my opponent can play their first big drop in the game. How far in the game is that gonna be? It's gonna be turn 5, it's gonna be turn 6. So am I hugging this one card in my hand until the end of time? The new year just started. I'm not waiting for Christmas. So just throw away the Ice Age. It's not gonna help you. You have 2 in your hand furthermore. So snap, throw it away. It's not gonna help you. And while you can use it to look for better cards like Hina. Hina and Ice Age is essentially the same thing, but Hina has a body, and obviously Hina can chain into Rebecca, combo into Rebecca. So yeah, Ice Age, useless card at that stage in the game. Ice Age is that card you want to see in the late game when you're looking for it. When you're not looking for it, I don't want to see it at all, especially in the early game. There are almost no matchups where the Ice Age is really relevant in the early game, except for maybe if you want to answer, let's say, a Holly with a Lucci, so you can go Ice Age Lucci, assuming that happens, if you want to answer it. Or like if you're playing against Purple Luffy and they have 2-5 costs on the board, then Ice Age comes in clutch there, because you can go Ice Age Eruption Lucci. But that's beside the point. Most of the time, more often than not, Ice Age is usually dead in the early game. Is that one card I want to see when I drop draw and is there one card I want to top deck, not a card that I want to see in my hand in the early game. Because I don't want to be hugging onto this one card until it can be good. What if it's never good? Now I'm gonna be hugging onto a blank my whole game. And obviously, the other thing was I think you cycled away the Hina first off the first draw instead of the Houndblade. So I definitely wouldn't cycle the Hina there because my hand at that point didn't have a turn 2 play. And because we whiffed the brand new, that meant that Hina is live the next turn, even if we were to take the life. So if we didn't pick up a 4-cost Kuzan, we would have got punished by throwing away the Hina. So we're pretty lucky that we managed to recover from a misplay. But I'm definitely not throwing the Hina away there just because my hand at that point, I'm going to 4 Dawn turn. I can't play Sabo on turn. I can't play Sabo with 4 Dawn. I have no other play. So Hina was gonna be that play if I don't draw a 4 cost to cover up for it. If I draw a 4 cost, then yes, I can consider pitching away the Hina. But at that point in the game, you can't afford to pitch the Hina because you don't have a guaranteed turn to play. Okay, then yeah, let's see what else. Okay, when playing against NL, right, when they are 1 life, if you have like 2 weak bodies on the board, don't push because they're just gonna take the attack. When you had there was one point in the game when you had like 8 Dawn. It was an 8 Dawn turn if I recall. And you just swung 5 at their lead when you had like only Branyu on board. So it was Branyu and leader. He swung 5, he's gonna take that 10 out of 10 times. Because doing that, right, he gets to cycle a card for free. You let him cycle a Thunderbolt for free. Throw away a blank and get a chance for a trigger or get a better card to hand. That's one thing. Second thing is, the Branyu is never gonna present itself as a threat. In order for it to be a threat, he has to be swinging for like 7k. And that's asking for at least 4 Dawn. If you use 4 Dawn to swing the Branyu there, you're only left with 4 Dawn left for the turn. So he's weak. If he's forcing you into that play, he's really weakening your turn. So if I would just not swing, just cause you're giving him too much value. Firstly, he could have triggered something. Maybe he triggered a body. Worst punish is he triggers 7 cost Lin Lin. That's not something you expect, but there is a possibility that happens. Because you can't rule that out. Then next thing is, yeah, it's just you're giving them a free cycle. He threw away this blank in his hand and got a better card to his hand. Next thing is, yeah, at this one point in the game we had 2 Ice Age and Hina in hand. I'll throw away Ice Age in a heartbeat. Then the next turn, I will trash away the Hina. Because you were going into Ice Age Borsalino. Because at that point in the game, we were already hugging onto 2 Ice Age. So we were probably going to Ice Age Borsa to answer the Katakuri on board. Which was not what we did. Instead, we went with IHL. Which, not a fan of that. Because it's a bit overcommittal. Using like too much resources. And you're playing into Yamato. Okay, then on his 9 Dawn turn, he attached 1 Dawn to swing first. Which meant that already ruled him out of Yamato. So that meant that the Hina was gonna stick. He swung into Hina and you just let it go. I will just block with the Rebecca. Why are we letting the Hina Why are we letting the Hina go? This is not just one example. Another time you also let the Hina go when we had Rebecca on board. When you swung for 6. Why are we not protecting the Hina? Hina is firstly a body that can push life, push for game, push for the board. Next thing is, the Rebecca isn't doing anything. There was this one turn where the Rebecca stood there for like 2 turns and did nothing.
Yeah, it was stupid. At the moment when
Yeah,
I did it, I was like, wait, yeah.
Yeah, just based on this game, I just think that you're probably a noob Saka player. Like, just like first glance, you definitely need a lot of help. And I don't think this one session is gonna help you with that. You definitely have to grind games on your own. Hopefully, I'm just gonna try and correct your play this session. Then hopefully it helps you as you grind your games. Because if you're going to nationals like this, just prepare to book a reservation at a restaurant 2 rounds in.
Yeah, I know. That's why this training session to get a good direction, because this build is such low curve. There is so many decisions to take.
Yeah, that's the hard part. You will be making the right decisions. Every turn I see you making a fucking bad micro decision, and that's gonna cause you to lose the game. You could have lost here if he dropped another, like if he had another big card to drop, like because he did have like one dead turn where he didn't have like when we were both in the grind game already. I think it was like turn 10 or turn 11 into the game. There was this one turn that he just didn't have the follow up, and we managed to catch up from there. Imagine if he did have the follow up. Can be anything. Can be a 7 Mom, can be an NL, can be a Kata, can be a Yamato. Any card that's big. Even a Geratsu would have been huge. But that time he just went bus cut, I think. Like Mochi or something. So that was a pretty weak turn from him. If he had another big body there, the game was locked. And the reason the game got to that point was just because we didn't allocate resources to be able to answer the Yamato. And that led to a snowball effect because we were so bad at resource management. We weren't taking into account, we weren't mapping our turns ahead. Foresight was super bad. And we just blasted our cards like nobody's business. We shouldn't be doing that. We need to be a little bit more conservative. Try to use minimal cards to answer the board. And of course, if the board isn't threatening, we can just develop. Don't have to answer it. Answering it next turn with a more developed board is always better. But that's besides the point. Definitely, I would have just went 7 Bossa, Ice Age 7 Bossa on the Karakuri. I forgot if it was the Karakuri or Yamato, but I would have went there instead of IHL. Because if he went 7 Bossa first, that means that he can't really play down Yamato. Because Yamato can't pop 7 Bossa. Imagine if you just played IHL. I mean, the punish was a Yamato, right? Did you see how many 4 calls that the Yamato took out? I think like 2 to 3, dude.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's too huge of a tempo swing. You just evaluate your board state before and after. So let's say you're playing in. So if you don't drop the 7 Bossa and he has Yamato, that means our board is only left with, let's say, Rebecca and Hina. But if we drop 7 Bossa, we're forcing him to have Katakuri to answer. If he doesn't have the Katakuri to answer, and he can't realistically go into Yamato when you drop 7 Bossa. When you drop 7 Bossa, he can only answer with 8 Katakuri. If he doesn't have the answer, and he just drops the Yamato for tempo, that means that our board now has one big body on the board. And we can still go IHL the following turn. Assuming that, and if we were able to answer whatever they drop, that means our board will be IHL plus a Bossa. Even if Yamato's the next turn, we still have the Bossa on board. The Bossa will always be a constant on the board. So no point going for that fancy IHL play when it was definitely a weaker play. Because you just have no foresight. You don't know. You need to expect what's your opponent's strongest play the following turn. If you're playing into Yamato, try to play around it by dropping the 7 Bossa. Karakuri is less of a punish than Yamato because at least Karakuri still gives you a life. It's an easier body to remove because it's 8 cost. And it's giving you a life. So it's giving you more room in the game. And you're forcing them to go into that route. And if they don't have the answer, that's even better for you. Because I will put it on a read that his head is full of big stuff. Just because off his first Shirahoshi, he threw away fucking Yamato. So that means that his head had at least 2 Yamatos. At least 2 Yamatos. If not that, as an NL, you can never throw away your big bodies.
Yeah, because they are win condition for him. Yeah, it was really bad from me. Very
it's
bad
just
game.
it's just really bad resource management and sequencing that I think you need help with. More importantly is sequencing. Once you get that done, then you can work on having better resource management. Because if you can't even get sequencing correct, you're fucked. So many turns, your turns could have played out so different if you just use your leader ability first.
Yeah, but that's my problem. I don't know what to trash. Because
just ask yourself what's the
everything looks so good in hand.
Ask yourself, as I've said, just put a 2-turn expiry date on all your cards. Or even simpler, as I've said, you want to be playing 2 turns ahead. So just ask yourself, are these cards going to come and help me in the next 2 turns? If they aren't, just throw it away. Or just ask yourself, what's the worst card in my hand? It's pretty easy to identify that once you kind of get a hang of it. Because if you're already playing like 2 steps ahead, like you're already envisioning what the next 2 turns are looking like, it's easy to identify what's the worst card in your hand because you know that one card isn't going to help you in the next 2 turns. If the card is only going to help you, like example, Ice Age, if that card is only going to help you on turn 5, turn 6, like 3 turns, 4 turns into the game, it's too late. I'd rather be using that time to find better cards. Find cards that are live, find cards that, or just find counter value. Simple as that.
So a lot of important insight from Fabian here for the beginner Sakazuki player, but I also think like most of us learned something from it here. Next, he showcased his way of thinking, his way of playing, so I think it's the most valuable part. So let's go through it.
Okay.
Yep.
So I think you'll definitely need help. So I don't think there's any point in me watching you play anymore. Just because I think you'll continue making mistakes. So let's go into another game. I'll backseat you this time and I'll go through like my train of thought when I'm playing the deck. Hopefully you're able to learn from that. Because yeah, it's whatever I watched. It's GG's, dude.
Okay, so just random, yeah?
Yeah, just run any game, it's fine. If you wanna run one, like you wanna run the rank server, that's okay as well. Okay, playing against Dofi. In this matchup, okay, when playing Saka, right, you just need to know what your opponent wants to go. Whether they or not they want to go first or go second. So Dofi is a deck that kind of wants to go first, just against Saka, so that they are able to see their 7 Luffy curve. So I'll take going first away from them. Okay, this hand is fine to keep, just because we already have a turn 2 turn 2 play prepared. So as for what we are trashing in this hand, it's probably gonna be the Hina, just cause we already have Eruption in our hand.
You mean this one or this one?
Yeah, Hina, the black Hina. Cause we are gonna be playing blue Hina next. If the option is brand new and blue Hina and we have 3 Dawn, it's always play Hina unless you're playing against like a 6k leader like Whitebeard.
Okay, so
But,
this is
yeah,
the answer to the one of the questions.
always play like more Dawn efficient. If the more Dawn efficient play is playing, cause okay, you want to be playing a 3 Dawn card on 3 Dawn, just for example. Just because if the 2 Dawn card is easier to curve into into the later stages of the game. Like in the later stage, whenever you have 2 Dawn, you can just play the brand new. But it's harder for you to have 3 Dawn compared to like a 2 cost character like brand new. So it's always better to develop the more expensive card first. So in this case, I'll just swing first. Swing first to play around like maybe a Punk Gibson trigger or whatnot. Not that it matters that much, but it's just good sequencing to have. Then we drop the Hina, see what we pick up, then we decide what we're throwing. Okay, we picked up a Kuza, that's good for next turn. So what we're throwing here is probably gonna be either the Branyu or the Lucci. Leading towards the Branyu here, just cause the Eruption can come in helpful the next turn depending on what he drops. So yeah, we throw the Branyu here. Okay, pass. Okay, looking to be good. Okay, Nami is fine. Don't have to answer that immediately. It's probably just drop Kuza and pass. He whiffed, that's good for us. Okay, we can take this swing. Okay, we're not using it. Oh, actually, shit, never mind. I think I would have used that. Sorry, my bad. I forgot that it's bounce 3 cost or less. I thought it was bounce 2 cost or less. Okay. Then we just swing, we can swing 5-5 here. We can swing the Hina first. Then we just drop Kuzan and pass. We drop Kuzan, see what we pick up, then we decide what we're throwing away.
So we don't
Probably
want
gonna be
to clear Nami this turn?
Yeah, we don't have to urgently do it. We can just do it next turn.
Okay.
His strongest play next turn is not gonna be Luffy. It's just gonna be a 6 Dawn turn. 6 Dawn turn, worst that can happen is like 3 cost, 3 cost. But we have Lucci to answer that. And if he does that, his attacking turn will be a little bit weaker. No point urgently trying to answer this board. Like, it's gonna be a waste of resources, a waste of a Lucci. And I would rather put down a Kuzan on the board, which is obviously a bigger threat for them. Because now that this Kuzan is on the board, it's gonna be a little bit harder for them to make a decision whether or not they want to establish a board. So right here, the worst card in our hand is gonna be brand new, because next turn at least we can still go Hound Blaze Lucci if he develops like let's say 2 bodies here. Cause he can still go like Film Brook into another body. So yeah, we throw the brand new here, then we just pass. The Hina is rested, so that presents a threat for him on the board to swing into. If he just swings into it, we let it go. Okay, this is a weak play from him. Okay, another Nami. So this time I'm probably just expecting double Nami. Yeah, he just swing, then double search. Okay, picked out a Brook, so we need to be prepping for Luffy next. Swings into Hina probably. Oh, swings into leader. Okay. Okay, in this case, I would counter for one.
He
Just throw away the
drew
Bossa.
Odile.
Yep. We throw away the Borsalino. Okay. Then see where he swings. We can take this. Okay. Yeah, let it go. No point saving it. 2k. Okay, this turn very simple. If we pick up Borsalino, we are dropping Bossa. But let's draw first. Okay, not that Bossa. Okay, we are cycling with our leader ability first. So we can trash the Bossa. It's the worst card in our hand. Hound Blaze still has its users. Trash the Bossa. See if we pick up 7 costs. Okay, we don't, that's fine. So this turn is probably just gonna be a Lucci turn. Might be a Tashigi Lucci turn. So let's see. We can swing with Kuzan first, just so we don't get rested by a Punk Gibson. Then we -4 onto the active Nami.
And we swing leader, right?
Yeah, we swing leader, minus onto the active Nami. Then we just swing leader, then we drop Tashigi and Lucci, pop both, and they call it a day. Just swing leader. No point trying to swing into the Nami because he's gonna die. Okay, then we swing leader. Yep, then we just drop Tashigi. Tashigi, Lucci. Actually, what's in our grave? Okay. What was that card? I've never seen that before. Yeah, it's useless. Okay, then we just drop, let's see. Lucci, wait, let me think. Is Hound Blaze better? Hound Blaze. Let's see. Nah, still Luigi. Yeah, we can just answer the Luffy the next turn and push. So yeah, we just drop Tashigi Lucci here. Yeah, we can drop Lucci first. Then we send back the two Branus and Hina. Okay, then we pop the two Namis. Then we drop Tashigi and pass. Okay, next turn he's probably gonna swing into. Oh shit, our hand doesn't have 2Ks. Okay, never mind. We probably have to protect it with two Rebreccas then. Probably gonna swing 6 into Kuzan. We counter out for 2, then he drops Luffy. Then next turn we clap back. Okay. What does he go into? With Brook. Once we get rid of this wave of cards, we should be good. Might be even okay to let the Kuzan go, depending. Let's see. If we swing 6, we can let the Kuzan go. Yeah, I think throwing two Rebecca's away is a little bit too much. So next time we just swing. Yeah. We can let it go. Can let it go here. Yep. Okay, then he floats 2 up. Okay. Alright, here, let's see what we can do. We are probably going to. Let's see. Remove the Luffy. I might just swing with Lucci first to bait him for the free block. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Yeah, swing with Lucci for
Sounds
6. Yeah, swing Lucci for 6, bait him into the free block. Okay. Then we go let's see. Go Rebecca, Hina. What do you have in our grave? It's gonna be Hina only, right? Okay. So it's probably gonna be Hina, Rebecca, Hina, Houndblaze, Brook, then Gem Luffy. That's probably what I'm thinking. Let's see. Is there a better line here? 2 Dawn up, so might be. Is it better to just remove the Luffy here? Let me think. Don't think so. I think just swinging into it should be able to get us more value. How much are we swinging into it for? Let's see. So it's gonna be 8 plus. It's gonna be 8 plus 2. So how much Dawn do we have?
9.
We have 9 Dawn, right? We have 9 Dawn, so it's gonna be a. Oh, okay. Yeah, then we just go rep. Let's cycle first with our leader ability. So we cycle the eruption first.
Wait, so
Yeah, just throw it
eruption
out.
first, but
No,
as
no,
ability.
yeah, just throw eruption. Yeah, throw eruption away. Oh, that doesn't help. Next turn maybe. So yeah, we just go Rebecca into Hina. Then we Hound Blaze Rebecca into Hina to Brook. Yep. Then we Hound Blaze Brook. Power to leader. Then we just jam the Luffy for 11. Yeah, just jam the Luffy for 11. This asks for 2 cards. 1 counter event and 1K. Okay, then we just pass. Yeah. Probably 10 Dofi. That's his strongest play here. Rest onto 2. Yep. That's fine. Tashigi is still up. We can answer it if we find removal the next turn. Okay, swing 5. We can take this. Just to see what we get. Okay, doesn't help. Okay. Block with the Rebecca here, probably.
So
Because it's a free
better
card.
to block than use Hina here, right?
Yeah, it's better to block here. Because it's free. And he's gonna leave 2 up again. So don't let the Rebecca be like Punk Gibson fodder.
Okay.
Okay, draw. We just need to find removal. Yep, that's good.
Blaze.
So it's just gonna be, let's see, -2, -5, -2, yeah. Okay, so what's in our grave? Okay, so this turn is probably gonna be Eruption into Ice Age into Hound Blaze into Rebecca into something, yeah. Okay, so we Eruption first. Yep, we Eruption first. Okay, on to definitely Dofi. Yep. Okay, then we go. What's in our? Let's see. We haven't cycled with a little ability, right?
Not yet. First was
Okay, so
Eruption.
worst card. Worst card in our hand right now is probably the Hina, so we're trashing that away.
Do it now, right?
Yeah. Trash the Hina. See how we draw first. Okay, that kind of helps. Okay, so this turn is probably gonna be, let's see, Rest Tashigi, Rest Tashigi, Ice Age into Sound Blaze. Sounds like the plan. Is it worth it to drop a Suru here? Let's see. Cause we drop Suru, we can swing into the Usopp. Might not be worth it because it's still a one card. He can just counter out for one card. Okay, I think we just go. Okay, we just go Tashigi. Tashigi minus. Yep.
Duffy?
Yeah. Then we go Ice Age Hound Blaze. Ice Age Hound Blaze into Kuzan. Yeah, just set up for the next turn. In case he drops another one. Oh, actually, we should Kuzan first, right? In case we pick up like Lucci. Yeah, let's do that. Let's Kuzan. Let's drop the 4-cost Kuzan first. Yeah, maybe we get Lucci here. And that's a bit better. Okay, we don't. Okay, then we just Hound Blaze and pass. Yeah. Yep. Don't have to swing. Just minus 7 down. Pass. Okay, then just prep for the next Dofi. Yep. Wanna see rest? Okay, Tashigi is still up, so he's probably gonna swing into it. We can let it go. Probably swing Tashigi so he doesn't get answered the next turn. Oh, he swings face, okay. Yeah, we can counter here. Counter with the bossa. If he swings face again, we can take it.
So take
Okay, we
this
can take
one.
this. Yeah, we can take. Okay. Draw. Okay, doesn't help. But we do have 2 bodies on the board now, so we have a -6. We have -6 on board. Okay, let's see. Worst card in our hand is gonna be the Hound Blaze, so let's throw that away first. See how we pick up. Okay, doesn't help. So what I'm thinking is we go. Okay, Kuzan goes there -6. We can get -6 off. Worst case we go Suru, right? Worst case. Let's see. Okay, if we go Rebecca Suru, that plays into Hapang Gibson. Not liking that. I think we play Sabo first. But any reducer here is removal onto the. Yeah. Hopefully it's Eruption. Yeah, but let's just do that first. Yep. Okay, trashing away definitely gonna be cool. Bossa. Bossa and let's see. Bossa and is Tashigi better or Suru better here? Be the Rebecca actually. Let's see. Bossa for sure. Okay, it's gonna be Bossa and Rebecca? Wait, is it Rebecca good here? Let me think. Yeah, Bossa and Rebecca. Yeah, we need the 2k counter next turn. Okay, then we just swing into. We rest the Tashigi first so that we don't play into Punk Gibson. I mean, I use the Tashigi. Yeah.
Into Duffy, right? We are clearing Duffy.
Yep. We're probably gonna go Suru Hound Blaze, so we have 3 don. We have 3 don left to work with, so we can swing 2 don left to work with, so we can swing 7. We can swing 7 into Usopp. Then we apply -4 into Dofi, then we just go Suru Hound Blaze. Yeah. Yep, then we just go Suru. We run over Hina. Yeah, run over the Hina. Then we play Hound Blaze. Yep, then we just pass. Okay, one more comes down. One more Tendo feed. We are probably not able to answer it next turn unless we pick up an Ice Age. Yeah, I think so. If it happens, then we just play blocker and pass, it seems. Probably just gonna choke out the same tree. He's probably gonna just stun the Kuzan, Lucci, and leader. If he doesn't have it here, it's probably game, honestly. Yep, he does another one. That's fine. Yep, this is just free block. Should have done that first. You should have just swung your leader first. Now we can just take the free block. Yep. Misplay on his part. Okay, draw. Okay, Mancheri is decent. We're just probably gonna be playing two blockers, I guess. So let's see. Lucci doesn't help us here, so we can cycle the Lucci away. Okay. So this turn I'm thinking we just swing. We just swing for, let's see. What can we take back with Rebecca?
Lucci, Hino.
Just go to the next page. I already see what's here.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, it's probably just gonna be swing 5. Swing 5, Suru swings 5, then we drop Rebecca and pass. Yeah. Okay, let's go with that. Tashigi swings 5. Sabo probably isn't swinging here. Yeah. I don't think Sabo can swing here. Just so we don't play into a sugar. Yep, swing 5, see what happens first. Okay, does he trigger anything? Okay, then Suru swings 5. Then we run over the Suru with Rebecca. Take back Borsalino. Then we just pass. Yep. First thing that happen here is like Punk Gibson into Sugar the next turn. Hope not. Okay, then we just play over the Suru. Then we fetch back Bossa. Then we just pass. Nope, no play. Okay. A fourth Dofi? Fourth Dofi is game for us, I think. Don't think we can deal with that. This is third one already. Okay, swings 10. I think no matter where this goes, we are blocking with Rebecca. Okay, that means no 10 Dofi. That's good for us.
Might be Luffy, right? 7.
Let's see. Can we afford to let this go? Think we can. Yeah, let it go. Not worth, cause if it goes into Luffy, we have to try and answer it with like Mancheri, Lucci. Yep. Mancheri, Rebecca, Lucci might be the line. Yep. Okay, 2 blockers. So that means we need to swing with the Kuzan first. Is there a clean way to kill this bot? Let's see. We probably have to cycle first. So we cycle the Mancheri first. I don't think the second one is gonna be helpful for us. Okay. Okay, we're probably gonna end on a Borsalino. So let's see. Definitely have to swing the Kuzan first, just so that we're able to answer. So we swing Kuzan. Let me think. If we rest Tashigi onto Uta, swing Kuzan. Nah, it doesn't work. We're off -1. We want to try and answer the 2 cards on board if we can. Yeah, I think we swing 5 first with Kuzan. I'm probably thinking we just go Mancheri, Rebecca, Lucci. Yeah, but we swing 5 first. Onto the leader, minus onto the Luffy. See if he takes the free block here. I mean, the block with the Uta. Yep. So he's gonna rest the Sabo. And counter out. Okay. If that's the case, We can go Tashigi into Uta. Leader swings. Oh wait, doesn't work, right? That doesn't work. Tashigi into... Does Tashigi help us here? If we -2 onto Luffy, Luffy will be 1. Then Mancheri takes back... Oh, okay, I see it. Okay, right here we swing... Wait, Tashigi doesn't... If he free blocks here, he's probably gonna take a free block here. Tashigi rest, minus onto Luffy, leader swing, minus onto Uta. Then we play Mancheri. Mancheri takes back Rebecca. Rebecca takes back Lucci. Then we play Suru from hand. Then we play Lucci, pop 2. So we have 1 blocker on board. He has 1 Dofi and 1 leader on board. And we will still have... 5k in hand. Sounds good. Yeah, let's go with that then. Okay, so we rest the Tashi... Wait, sorry. Wait, sorry, give me a sec. Tashigi's rest. Minus... Okay. Okay, Tashigi rest, minus onto Luffy. Then we spin Mancheri. Play Mancheri. Yeah. Then spin Mancheri. Cycle back events. Take back Rebecca. Then we play Rebecca. Rebecca takes back Lucci. Then we play Suru from hand. Then we minus the Uta. We run over the Mancheri
Minus Uta.
onto Uta. Then we go Lucci pop both. Over the Suru. Then we swing 5. Yeah, then we pass. Hope he doesn't trigger Punk Gibson, I guess. Or can we just not swing here? If we don't swing, we play around Punk Gibson. Because if Punk Gibson here and rest the Rebecca is game. This is better. We just pass here. I leave it up to you. It's a risk you have to take. I leave it up to you if you want to swing or not. If you swing, if we swing, he can use Punk Gibson, or we can play into Punk Gibson. But it's a winning if we swing and he connects, we definitely win the next turn. So I leave that up to you, whether or not you want to swing or not. Because next turn, let's say he claps back onto the board, or he draws another 10 Dofi, we are fucked. So, okay. I leave it up to you. You just play this is this is a flip. It's either we play around Punk Gibson, or we play around another Dofi. Chances are that he'll have Punk Gibson more often than not.
Yeah, I would say play around Punk Gibson here.
Yeah, okay then. Let's take the chance with like the higher probability. Yeah. Let's just pass here. I think we died with sugar here, but this is the best we can do here. Hope not. Hope he doesn't have it. If he doesn't have it, I think we win. I mean, this turn wasn't easy to play out. Need to do a lot of math. What's better? What's the better line here? Okay, this tells me that he doesn't have sugar, I guess. So 9. So not even gonna be Luffy at this point. Okay, so depends on where he swings. Swings leader, we should be blocking with Rebecca.
Sabo.
Swing sub, we can counter for 4.
So just throw double Tashigi.
Yeah, just throw double Tashigi. Then block with Rebecca. 6 don't think he has any strong plays. Law? Yeah, probably Law. Not Law, okay. Removal here wins, I think. Not removal, we can cycle first. So throwing away brand new. Just because the Bosclino can be a blocker. If we are playing for one more turn. Okay, that's removal, but does that win the game for us? Let's see. If we rest, if we send it down. Okay, if we just swing here, it's probably just gonna block with the Uta, I guess. Don't think is there a way we can answer the Dofi? If we can just clear the board here, we win. So Tashigi minus onto Dofi, Kuzan swing, then we can board deck. That works. Yeah, that works. I think we swing Kuzan first. Yeah, let's swing Kuzan first. See whether he takes the block. Minus onto Dofi. Okay. Can we still approach Lita here? Let's see. Minus on the Dofi, we slam down Bossa, but he still has the fucking Buena Vista on board. Next one is output. His output can be 7 by 8. So we're definitely not playing another turn, it seems. We need everything to connect if you want to go for game. Oh fuck, I think I fucked up. Ah, my bad. We fucked up here. I think we should have just down the Uta. Down the Uta and see what happens. Okay. So what do we do here? Swing 5 again? Swing 5 again? Then we need to bank on eating 2k, right? Let's see. What's our best output here? 7, 7, 11? Any counter event gets him out of this spot. Or we can just swing 5, see what happens. Worst case, we transition to clearing. We just transition to swinging to the boss, the Luffy. Yeah, we swing 5 with lead. Yeah, swing 5 with lead here. See what happens. Yeah, what's the last card in his hand? We can still transition to swinging to the bossa and drop a blocker. Okay, because he takes this, then we just split. So we have to make it 9 by 11, right? 9 by 10? 9 by 10? Is that the best one? Best line? 9 by... Oh, 9 by 11, right? Yeah. 9 by 11, let's go. So we swing with Lucci first. We can't play around Tom Gibson here, so it doesn't matter. Worst case, we can still drop the bossa and bait him and tell him to come. So yeah, let's go 9 with Lucci. 9 with Lucci, 11 with Tashigi. That's probably the best we can do here if we're going for game. I think we should have just started with the turn by sending down the Uta. The Uta block 2 attacks. Okay. Okay, then we just drop the bossa, the 7 bossa. Oh wait, no, fuck, we can't. Oh yeah, let me just drop the 4 bossa. Yeah, drop 4 bossa and pass. Yeah. My bad. This one was my bad. Should I just send down the Uta? Because the Uta blocked off 2 attacks. You have to split it like 3 ways here, I guess. Yeah, let it go. He doesn't see lethal. Okay. Weird. We definitely should have lost this game, I think. The 7 bossa should have been the better play onto the Uta. Then at least you still have like 4 attacks on board. 4 attacks on board. Yeah, he has only 1 card in hand. Let this go. We can't really... Yeah. Let this go. Probably a Luffy. Luffy doesn't help him here. Still digging cards? Okay. Yeah, I think it's game. He kind of threw. Should have just saw the Buena Vista as an attacker, then he definitely would have won. Yeah. Okay, now we use the Bossa. Should have used it last turn, my bad. Yeah, I couldn't let the Uta take 2 attacks for him. Yep, then we
Do we
just down.
trash Hina first?
Doesn't matter, it's definitely
Definitely
game.
not.
Yeah, but if you want, you cycle the Hina away. Sakahina away, then we play Bossa, then we just swing 5-5-5. 3 attacks win us the game, because he only has 2 cards in hand. Even if he has Punk Gibson, he has to commit it on one swing. Yeah. Then you just swing 5-5-5. Yeah. My bad. The last turn, this game was definitely a loss. Because if the guy could just spot Lethal here, we lost. Because it's just very easy to spot. You just split 3 ways. Our hand is only 1 card. We only have 1 blocker, 1 life. So no way he misses the Lethal there. But the last turn, should have went for 7 Bossa instead. So that was my bad. The Uta got off 2, like for 1k, the Uta essentially blocked off like 3k worth of swings. Because he could tap one and he could block one attack and tap the other, tap the Sabo. So that was really robbing us of 3k attack, at least 3k attacking power. So that was my bad. I think we could have approached a little bit better there by just dropping the 7 Bossa. Yeah, it was just that one turn that was a bit weird. My bad. 7 Bossa was definitely better onto the Uta there. Okay, so any questions you might have, like regarding the lines of play or whatnot?
11 turns, so many lines. I need to watch it once again and then analyze.
This game only extended because he saw so many 10 drop Dofis.
Yeah.
If he had like one less, it's definitely game the next turn. Just cause our board was flooded with like big, like mid characters, mid-sized characters. So it's easy to just swing 7-7-7. But aside from that, any questions you might have about this game? If not, we can just go on to the next one.
Let's just go to the next one. If I will have something, I will just ask during the turn, maybe better.
Yep, let's go. Against any matchup, right, you just need to know what is their like strongest plays on what turns. So for GP Dofi, it's gonna be Luffy on 7 Dawn, then it's gonna be 10 Dofi on 10 Dawn. Like that's usually their power spike. Maybe if you let them go second, they see Brook into Nami. But it's fine. Just because if they do that, if you are able to answer it, they go -2. I mean, you can see in this game, the guy had like very little cards in hand. It's just a black versus a green kind of thing. Like if you're able to answer their board, then they can't really do much. Just cause green doesn't really win without a board. So in this matchup, if we win the dice roll, usually it's game. If we lose the dice roll, we just need to make sure that we have the pieces to answer whatever their stronger play. Cause we win the dice roll, we go first here. Then we just try to find Lucci and Kuzan. These are the 2 cards you want to look out for. So yep. Okay. Let me just go through this matchup with you. So against RP Luffy, right? The game is kind of scripted. As long as you have the answer, cause their strongest plays are gonna be okay. So turn 2 for them is gonna be Zorojuro. Turn 3 is their weakest turn. Turn 3 usually be ramp. Then turn 4 will be Whitebeard. That's like their usual script. If they go off script and they play like let's say a Rush Luffy, right? That means like on turn 3 they play Rush Luffy. That means on turn 4 they wouldn't be playing down Whitebeard, and we are fine with that. But if they want to play their strongest curve, it's gonna be Zorojuro, dead turn, Whitebeard. So you just need to know that.
You from locals, I lost to it. Yeah.
Very simple matchup. Just prepare Lucci to remove the Zorojuro, or even Hound Blaze is fine. Any removal, but best is Lucci because Lucci is a 6k body that can attack his face. Then next one, you need to prep on the dead turn, which is his turn 3. If he's not playing Luffy, that means he's gonna be playing ramp. If he's playing ramp, it's gonna be very weak. Like it's gonna be a weak turn. It's gonna be an open turn. So on open turns, you want to be able to develop 4-cost Kuzan. Once you're able to drop down a 4-cost Kuzan, next time when the Whitebeard comes down, easy answer. Best is if you have 7 Bossa to answer. If you can get off a 7 Bossa onto a Whitebeard, it's game. Obviously, you also need to take note that if he leaves Dawn up, that means that he might be playing for Tanabagua. Something that you might need to take note of, because RP Luffy almost never leaves 2 Dawn up in the early game. So the moment you see him leave 2 Dawn up, might be wiser to just not swing. Just so you don't let him bargoy into his big drop the next turn. Just need to know what's their next. Just know what's their strongest plays on their on curve, and the matchup is a breeze, honestly. If you see Lucci into Kuzan and to removal for the Whitebeard, usually it's game. Then just make sure to counter out of the earlier swings, just so you don't die out of the blue. Just cause their win con is gonna be like Nika into Jambe. But the main win con they have is Jambe. So if let's say that you stay at 1, they can't really close the game against you. So just make sure to stay healthy in the matchup. Just counter out for 2Ks wherever you can. 2Ks are very valuable in this matchup. Same goes for the Whitebeard matchup, it's kind of the same. Just that Whitebeard is a little bit more aggressive because they do have the option to play like Zoros, Luffy's, and Ace. So a little bit more rushes. But other than that, just need to know what's their strongest place on curve and prep for it, and it should be easy.
And do you hard mulligan Kuzan or?
No, you wanna okay. Just try to. I mean, if you can, your hand wants to be Lucci and Kuzan. Not necessarily have to hard mulligan for it if your hand is really nice. Because turn like playing Borsalino on turn 2 is fine as well if you're going second. Just because having a 6k body, a 6k blocker helps to mitigate all their swings. Because if they just swing 6, it will be just block +1. If they swing 7, that means the turn is going to be a little bit weaker and you can just block +2. Yeah, so just need to be prepping for their plays on curve and we should be fine. Regarding mulligan, uh, if your hand is already nice, you can keep it. But if your hand is not that good, then yeah, we can try and find Kuzan. So if my hand is like brand new Lucci, I'll just keep it already. Something along those lines. Depending on whether I'm going first or second as well. If I'm going first, I want to look for like, let's say Hina and Lucci. Hina, Lucci, Kuzan. If I'm going second, then brand new Lucci, Kuzan. Something along those lines. For the RP Luffy matchup. Against Whitebeard is a little bit different. Against Whitebeard, you want to be looking for 4-cost Bossa. 4-cost Bossa, Hina, Hound Blaze, just so you can answer like let's say they are Ace. Then 7 Bossa. If you are able to play down 7 Bossa onto a clean board, like let's say their board only has 1 attacker, let's say an Ace. If their board only has 1 Ace, you can go Leader Swing into Eruption into Bossa. And yeah, if it's a clean turn to remove the board, then yeah, usually it's game. Just because you're playing down Bossa onto an empty board. Okay. Against Whitebeard and RP Luffy, right? Let's say you're going second. On turn 2, if you have Kuzan and Borsalino, it'll be better to drop the Borsalino instead. In case you are wondering. Kuzan should be left to be played on like the next turn. At least you're letting your Borsalino get in a turn of work already. The more turns your Borsalino put in work, the lesser aggression you are facing. Okay, so yep, let's run the next one. Probably only have enough time to run one more. Then okay, mirror, great. We're going first. Okay,
Person.
going first. This hand, I think it only gets better. If this is the hand I'm mulliganing into, I wouldn't be too bad. I wouldn't feel too bad about it. Just cause I can play Hina on 3, I can go 7 Bossa on 7. But since we still have the option to mulligan, probably this hand only improves. So I'll mulligan this away. Looking for Hina Bossa. Okay, didn't get any better. Draw. As I said, we're cycling away Ice Age here. Okay, pass. Next turn is probably gonna be Tashigi.
Do we always
Okay.
take first life in mirror? Doesn't matter if we are going first
Yeah.
or second or?
Oh, he whiffed. Yeah, we do take the first life in the mirror. Against aggro, then we might want to against aggro, then we might want to counter up. So he threw away Rob Lucci, so that tells me that his hand probably already has another one at least. So what we are doing here, if we play, okay, let's trash with our leader ability first. What we are trashing here is probably gonna be the Hound Blaze. Yep, then we see how we pick up. Okay, brand new is great. So we just swing 6, drop brand new, pass. Try to find a okay, Tashigi here. Yeah. Then pass. Okay, we're probably taking the swing. Then see what he drops. We're looking for 7 Borsa now. We have 3 cards to go through. Hopefully we pick him off one of them. If we don't, it's fine. What we're looking for here is like reducers and Lunchi. Yeah. Okay, 5. Okay, so it's probably gonna be 5 into 7, it seems. Are we okay taking 2 life this turn? Probably not. We can counter with Bossa here. Yep. Then we just take the next swing if he swings for 7. That's good for us. This is a dead turn from him. Okay, now we have the initiative. So, yep. Okay, good pickup. Draw. Okay, probably cycling away the Tashigi, but we can swing Branyu first. Branyu into Branyu. Yep. Then we cycle with leader ability, cycle the Tashigi away.
If we
You never
have
counter
the
it.
opposite situation, if their brand new is swinging into ours, would
Let
you
it go.
defend or just let go?
No, just let it go. It's never worth it. Never worth to protect a Branyu unless you're going for game and you need the body to stick on the board. It's too early into the game. It's too hard to protect this body because he's still like usually they will still have the leader swing. At least his Branyu moves, you can swing into it the next turn.
So if he
Never.
defends here, then we go leader into brand new, right? Or
Yeah. Yeah. You never defend there. Okay, let's use our leader ability first. Trash away the Tashigi. See what we pick up. Then we just probably gonna be swinging 6. Swing 6, drop Kuzan pass. Hopefully we pick up 4 cost, 5-7 cost Bossa. Okay, got a 2k out of him. That's good. Yep, draw. Alright, pass. Even if we don't pick up Bossa, it's fine. Next time we can just go Hina into Borsalino. 3 into 4. We can probably counter out of one swing depending on how he plays out his turn. Just so that we are able to stay at 6 cards in hand for Hina next turn. Counter out for 1, become 6, next turn become 7. We play Hina first to draw 1. Yeah. Let's see what happens here. He has to answer the Kuzan some way or another. He has a Lucci in hand, that's why I can probably put him on just cause he discarded the Lucci earlier. So maybe a Eruption turn? Maybe a Eruption Lucci turn? Eruption, Lucci, swing 6. Maybe that's what I'm expecting here. If that happens, we can take the swing.
we can
Try to
take
fish for
the 6k instead of countering with Tashigi, or
depends on how you. We see how he plays out his turn. He hasn't done anything yet. Hasn't discarded for leader ability. Try to get as much info as you can before you decide. No turns are fixed. Every line of play can change. Okay, so eruption first. Okay, so probably expecting a Lucci because that is happening. Can probably take the swing. Yeah, we can take the swing. Just to fish for 7 Bossa.
and if we would have 7 Borsa in hand, let's
If
say
we had
instead
it,
of Hina, whatever, then we
yeah, then
counter.
we counter. Yeah, then we counter.
So we are taking just because we are okay with 2 life and we are searching for an answer for the next turn.
Yeah. Okay, so since this is happening, that means probably not. Yeah, probably not a Lucci turn, so that's fine. So not too sure why he trashed away the. Let it go, let it go. Okay, draw. Okay, we try to fish for Bossa first. So worst card in our hand right now is gonna be Tashigi. So we trash away Tashigi first. We're healthy enough, so we don't really need the 2k counter to help us. Okay, so this turn is probably just gonna be Tashigi into Lucci? Or maybe just no, okay, just swing. Then we just drop Tashigi, Bossa and pass. Yeah, that sounds better. The Branyu isn't a threat that we need to remove. Yep. Then we just go Tashigi,
Tashigi
Bossa.
Borsa because we cannot use the ability from Hina.
Yep. Okay. Pretty weak turn on our part as well, because our follow-up next turn isn't very strong. We don't have reducers in hand.
Do you have like priority which cards do you trash, or do you always decide based on the game?
There's no fix like card you want to throw. If there are fixed cards you want to throw in the deck, that means you shouldn't be running that.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay,
5k?
he's just taking for 5. I'm
6 dots
actually
left.
I'm fine with just taking this honestly. Just cause that if he wants to extend, if you want to swing harder, that means he's probably gonna have a weak turn. So we can take this. If he swings harder, we take it. We still have 4 cost boss on board to mitigate if need to. So just see. We don't take the free block here because he gets punished by Hound Blaze.
Okay, Rebecca.
Okay, kill Tashigi, that's fine. Then we just probably go into a 7 Bossa turn. He's probably gonna swing 7. If that happens, we just block +2. Yep, block +2 is fine. We don't take the free block there because we get punished by Houndblaze. He can go like Rebecca into Hina into Houndblaze, then leader swings Bossa for 8. Not a good time. Okay, we have 9 down to work with this turn. Maybe a Luigi turn might be stronger, but let's see. We trash away the Houndblaze first. Because it's a card with no counter and our hand is already more than enough removal. We don't want to keep blanks in our hand. Yep. Okay, so what are we looking like this turn? Let's see. Am I liking a Lucci turn here? Lucci is kind of a board wipe, but putting the 7 Bossa here is a little bit better. We can ignore the Rebecca. We try to kill both the Branu and... Okay, we try and kill the Branu first.
Just leader swing?
Yeah, we can just swing 5 at it. Yeah.
What do we reduce,
Oh wait,
or doesn't matter?
wait. Never mind. I wanted to bot. Okay, we're gonna bot deck the Kobe so that he can't recur it, probably. But yeah, okay, never mind. It's fine. It's fine. We just swing first. Just swing first.
But what do we
Doesn't
reduce? Doesn't matter?
doesn't matter here. But reduce the Rebecca here. Just maybe cause we reduce it, he might just block with it. Maybe. Don't think people are that bad though. Okay, never mind. I take that whatever I said. Yeah, so we just swing the Branu with Bossa. Then we bot deck the Kobe. Yeah. And we slam Bossa down. Yeah, we slam Bossa down, bot deck the Kobe. Yeah. Clean turn to slam it down.
Could we use those 2 downs anyhow, or...
Nah, just don't need to commit. Our hand is no reducers, so we can't really commit to using the eruption to cycle here. That's because our hand has no other reducers.
Okay. And what was the other play? Because you said not to swing into
It's fine,
Brenu.
it's fine.
Was okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Because
No biggie.
it would be the same probably, unless they want to 2k.
Same outcome.
Okay, now
we
we
can
have
remove it.
Kaido, okay.
Okay, we remove this, we win. So we're just looking for reducer here. Hina, not this Hina.
So we trash Hina, right?
We have 3 draws, so yeah, we can trash the blue Hina first. Okay, might help. We can if we go eruption, Suru, we're still missing 1. The risk we have to take. I'm more than fine if we just pass this turn on the Kaido board. So we just go eruption first. Yeah, it's fine. We can use a draw here. Yep. Okay, Branu is nice. Yeah, -1 to... Yep. Then we play the Branu, see how we pick up. Hopefully a reducer. Ice Age is the best. Yeah, this is where you want to see Ice Age. Yeah, in this... Wait. Fuck. Never mind.
Sorry,
I don't think...
you said he's the best, so that's fine.
No, I was just thinking whether the 7 Bossa might be better. Always second guess yourself when you see your cards.
Okay.
Like maybe the 7 Bossa might be better here. It's not. But I will take some time to think about it before I snap take the Ice Age. But yeah, Ice Age is great. So what are we playing this turn? It's probably gonna be Ice Age, Hina, Houndblaze. So we have one down to play with. So we do have to swing our leader first. So probably leader swing 6. Then we Ice Age. Then onto Bossa. Then we swing 8-8. Yeah, sounds like a plan. So yeah, we swing 6 first. Yep. If we didn't find the Ice Age, I'll probably just use the Hina to try to pick up a reducer. Cause we just need to find any reducer here to kill the Kaido. Any reducer is killing the Kaido here. Just cause our hand is double Tsuru. So if we have to overcommit, we can, but just cause we don't need to, this is obviously the most optimal way to answer. Yep, so we just go Ice Age. Then we can even go Lucci. Lucci might be better here actually. Yeah, then we just swing 6-8 Lucci, right? Yeah, that's better. We still develop. Yeah, let's do that.
But we swing
Bossa,
first, right? Or
Bossa swing 6. 6-8 Lucci pop. Yep. Yeah, this line is better. Oh, he takes it. Fuck, next turn is game. Throw away. Throw Lucci. You can throw Lucci. We're gonna play another one. Then we still have the Houndblaze Suru combo in hand to close the game if we need to the next turn. Okay. This Kaido card actually did nothing. Even if he has fucking 20 card in his hand, he only has 10 done to work with. So there's no realistic way that he can clear the board here. He needs to clear the board, set up a blocker at least, and be able to, yeah.
Yeah,
And still be
like
able
you
to.
said and wrote in article that he was already behind on board, so was no reason to drop Kaido there, right?
Yeah. The only reason why people like the card so much is because it wins games for them. The only times Kaido wins games for you is when you're already winning.
And people remember the games they win more than the games they lose, so yeah.
Yeah, this is why Tank Kaido, people are hyping it up. This card is honestly shit. Like, if you play it down and your opponent is able to remove it, and your board is empty, like, if it's the only card on your board, you actually just lost. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants. Whatever he does, he still need to set up a blocker, and he still needs to answer our board. There's no way you can realistically do that with only 10 Dawn. You can do it if he has 20 Dawn. 20 Dawn is possible, but not 10. Too tall of a task that is impossible for him. Yeah, he can do whatever he wants, but most I give it to him, the bossa will still stick on the board. What can he do here? He has to like Lucci or double Hound Blaze. Double Hound Blaze can clear the bossa, I guess. Okay, where does this swing? We counter here for 1 with the Hina. Okay, this pops the 2. Then we just go Suru.
Do we
Then we
just
just
Suru
Suru.
Hound Blaze and just swing?
Yeah. Yeah, Suru Hound Blaze Jam. See how we pick up. Okay, yeah. Let's go with that. We should cycle first, so we can cycle the brand new. Maybe we pick up another Hound Blaze.
Nope.
Okay, not any better. Yeah, then we just go with that. Is it guaranteed lethal? Can we take
8
some time to
cards.
count?
8 cards.
Yeah, 8 cards. So if we jam him for this, is gonna be 15. So he needs to be able to counter off for 11 and 1. So 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. There is a possibility that he
He
has
already
enough.
used 2k counters and Bartolomeo. Okay, 3 2k counters used.
We just jam him. Then we lead. Then we see if he can counter out. Then we decide if we are swinging with the Borsalino. Yeah.
Okay, so play is the same, but we swing with leader first.
Yeah. We jam with leader first. See how many cards he throw.
But we buff leader. We just jamming with
Yeah,
leader,
yeah.
right? We don't split.
Yeah. Leader. Jam leader. All in leader. No difference if we split. It's still asking for the same amount of counter. At least this, by doing this, we still have the option to leave the bossa up if playing another turn is a little bit better. So it just depends on what he throws. Can he even counter out in the first place? If he can counter out, then we see how many cards he's left with in his hand. Yeah, definitely don't think he can counter out then.
Yeah. And the best card in game. So those were the matches that we played during the session. Because the session required a lot of basic info, we had time only for 2 games and like a little bit of theory against Red Purple Luffy that he basically said perfectly from the top of his head. So I hope you liked how the pro player thinks during the game, as he was simply backseating me through the choices. And yeah, I've came prepared to the session, so I had a lot of questions. So Fabian will go shortly through them.
Okay, so yep. We can. Okay, I'll close the session here, but let's just go through Q&A.
Okay.
Before I go into like the questions you asked, any new questions you want to ask? I can answer them first.
No, let's just start with the ones that I already asked, because yeah, it's easier for me when I watch once again the session.
Okay.
Especially the mirror was really cool because we are going first, right? So theoretically, worst turn for us.
It really doesn't matter.
I mean,
go
yeah.
first, go second. Doesn't matter. Like, it's not the end of the world. Going second is a little bit more favored just because you have more resources. And as I've said, right, the mirror is a resource game, so whoever has more resources will naturally win. But doesn't matter if you have to overcommit resources and you're the one losing out in like the resource race in the long run. Even if you go first, if the opponent goes second and he lose and he cracks first, you're gonna be winning. So it doesn't matter. Just have better resource management than the other guy. Then praise he cracked before you do. Okay, then let's go through the Q&A. So first question, I'll run it through from the top. So whether or not Sakazuki is the deck to bring, I will just ignore the 12 runs plus BO3 top card. Sakazuki deck is the deck to bring. No questions asked. As long as you're able to play a good Sakazuki, then you'll be fine. I feel that Sakazuki will be the deck that wouldn't be the most represented, but it'll be converting into top card the most.
Yeah, I don't know if you had time to see the link I posted from the Hanover, because they finally have like proper statistics from there, and the best conversion rate had Saka.
Yeah, it's brain dead.
They have the statistics.
Yeah, good players will all be on Saka, and yeah, good players with on Saka will win. That's as simple as that. Then how to approach a big tournament? Okay, that's just very simple. For your case, it's just to practice, because I feel that's something you definitely need. What I'm seeing right now, definitely need a lot of help. Not just, and I don't think. Can I ask how many weeks are you from the nationals?
2 weeks, I think, right? 20th of January.
2 weeks is okay. If it's 2 weeks, we are super strapped on time. I don't think realistically we are able to get onto a level where we are gods on Sakazuki yet. So I'll just since I don't want to waste I don't want to waste your time or waste any sessions for you. So fuck it, since we're already on Sakazuki, let's just run it. But hopefully this session helps you to correct whatever mistakes that you're already making. So sequencing and evaluating the value of your cards, I think those are the two more important things that you need to work on. So as I said, right, just pay attention to whatever I said. Try to put yourself like 2 turns ahead. Plan your turns 2 turns ahead for yourself, so that you know what cards you're looking for, and yeah, just that. What cards are you looking for, and what cards are the worst cards in your hand at that point in time? Knowing how to cycle away the right cards will obviously put you ahead of your competition. Just because you know you're a little bit more efficient with your play and know what to dig for in your deck. Okay, how to approach a big tournament? It's very boring.
I played already regionals, offline, online, and so on. It's just that it's the biggest yet. It's more rounds, because normally it would be 9. Here is 10 rounds first day, 2 additional rounds next day, and top cut as well. So it's divided.
If you are playing a good Sakazuki, if you're making optimal plays and you're not misplaying, making it to top cut is easy. Easy. Just make sure that you're playing. I wouldn't even say playing perfect. Just to make sure that you're not misplaying, which I think is something you need help with. So I can't really give you a suggestion on how you can do that. You just need to help yourself. You can try to analyze your own games, and based on what I said, or what you've learned today, you try to point out where you went wrong and where you could have made a better decision. Because these, I feel, are the hardest things to identify, which is the micro decisions that you're making. So as simple as at the start of your turn, what are you throwing away with your leader ability? Then the next thing will be, how do I answer my opponent's board? What is the best way to do it? That's something you need to ask yourself as well. A common example you can look back on is like the most recent one, the Branyu into Ice Age there, right? But we picked out 7 Bossa. So actually take your time to think first. Take your time to see what is available to you. Because let's say that I don't think that, the 7 Bossa wouldn't help at all, but I would take some time to think whether or not it will affect like the boss state in any way. Just because that if we could find some way to weave in the 10 Kaido removal along, like together with a 7 Bossa, that would have been way better than Ice Age plus Lucci. So you do have to take things into consideration first before you decide onto it, because you can't just tunnel into any lines of play. RHL might seem like the best play all the time, but it might not. There are some alternate win cons in the mirror, such as bot decking all your opponents like pieces of RHL, especially the Lucci. So maybe on your 9 Dawn turn, instead of going RHL to answer theirs, maybe we can go 7 Bossa plus Hound Blaze onto Hina. Maybe that can be better if he has like no RHL pieces in his grave. So some things you can take into consideration. Always evaluate what is your best place, what options you have available to you, and obviously what is the most efficient route to take. That's all you need to know. How many cards am I committing to answer my opponent's board? Is whatever I'm putting out on the board strong enough to contest whatever he's putting out on the next turn? Yeah, there's just some questions you can ask yourself. Just plan your plays to be like strong 2 turns ahead. Then, okay, as for Mulligan, it depends on what matchup you're playing against. So for the mirror, it's quite an extensive list. But I think you can just refer to the article, and I think it's more or less there already. Like all the matchups. But maybe for the niche matchups, that will depend on your matchup, like your experience and your card knowledge. So maybe some niche matchups that might pop up might be any you can name.
Yeah, for the niche matchups, I don't know, Betty.
Yeah. Okay, against Betty, Mulligan doesn't really matter. It's more of playing the game. So against Betty, you don't really want to swing into them unless you can guarantee removal onto whatever that jumps out of the trigger. So most of their 4 cost characters they can play from trigger. So you want to be able to have like removal in preparation for like the whatever they jump. So let's say on your 6th dawn turn, they already put out 1 4-cost body. So if I have like eruption Lucci in my hand, like eruption Lucci or like two reducers and a Lucci in my hand, then I will just swing. Because if he jumps anything, I can still reliably kill 2 cards on the board, right? So just need to make sure that you are prepared for whatever can jump out from the trigger. If the Betty's board is like squeaky clean, they can't win. And they are always going to be going minus in order to jump cards from the trigger. So if you're able to just remove whatever they put onto the board, they'll be going kind of -2 in value. Because they still have to drop a card to play whatever that jumps out, and whatever jumps out gets killed, that's another -1 for them. So they'll be losing out in in resources and board in no time if you're able to reliably answer whatever that can potentially jump out from the trigger. This is a tip that doesn't apply to just the Betty matchup. It can apply to even NL and Katakuri as well. So when you're playing against yellow decks in general, right, because there are so many characters that can be played from the trigger, before you like tunnel into your turn, always keep like a plan B prepared in case they jump something that you have to answer immediately, such as a cracker that is live. Yeah. So just something you want to have. So let's say going into your turn, you know that your best play is gonna be 7 Bossa or gonna be RHL, right? But if my opponent jumps something, then I might have to transition. Okay, maybe a 8 Dawn turn isn't the best example because usually IHL is a clean wipe on the 2. But let's say on your 6 Dawn turn. So maybe you were intending to just drop like Branyu and Kuzan and pass, right? Maybe that was like what you were intending to play. But since my opponent jumps something like a cracker, right, I might have to go Rebecca into Hina into Houndblaze. Just maybe. Maybe that is what I have to go for in order to stay afloat in the game. So you always have to keep a plan B prepared in case. Just in case for like these matchups where they kind of can play during your turn.
But are there some matchups where you don't swing your second turn?
No, every matchup you have to swing because why? Okay, how Sakazuki wins, right, is just by wiping your opponent's board. But if you think about it this way, if I starve them and I constantly wipe their board, how do I win? Like, I still have to try and close the game some way or another, right? So there's no matchups that you really starve them. Just swing. Unless it's Velo Betty. If it's Velo Betty, then you might want to hold off on your swing if you can't answer whatever jumps. Or if it's okay, against Velo Betty, I probably wouldn't swing. If I go first, I wouldn't swing on my turn 2. Just cause if he jumps anything, suddenly I have to commit my resources to answer whatever jumps. And usually it'll be 2 cards from 2 card commitment from me at least. It's gonna be like Eruption Houndblaze because on a 3 Dawn turn, I don't have any better ways to remove like a character that jumps out from the trigger. So because of that, turn 2 probably is a pass. Just so that if they jump anything, I don't have to deal with whatever they jump out. Then
but you want to go second or first? Because they want to play 4 costs, right? So
yeah, against Velo Betty, you want to go second.
So second, yeah.
Just put yourself in their perspective. Though against Kata you do want to go first. Against NL you want to go first. Just cause
the stuff that is in article, I read the article. This is okay.
Yeah,
if you agree with the description, then I know it.
And for the niche matchups, you just need to know what their deck wants to go. So you know Battle Betty wants to go second. You know
Corazon second.
Maybe Megala wants to go first. Yeah, so like some things you need to take note of. But in general, as long as you have good card knowledge, as long as you know what their cards do, should be fine. Okay. Then for question 4 and 5, I think I already covered that like in this session. So you can just look back. There's no real like what to trash, when to trash.
Yeah, you
It
explained
honestly,
it.
yeah, it honestly depends on what the game state is looking like, and you just need to be able to shape your hand. Use your leader ability to shape your hand. Shape your hand to be able to play at least the next 2 turns. That's what I've said. Yeah. And how to approach each turn and don't get lost. There's no relief. There's no rule of thumb for it. You kind of have to be adaptive. Know what your opponent's strongest plays can be, and if they go for a suboptimal play, you need to know like, can I punish? What's the hardest punish here? So let's say on a 7 turn, I'm expecting, let's say, a 7 cost Big Mom to come down. I already have the answer prepared for that. But they end up going for, let's say, I don't like Peros plus Sanji instead. Like 7. So it's gonna be a significantly weaker turn, right? So because of that, maybe I can go Rep Hinaluchi. Because that's a harder punish for them. Instead of 7 Bossa. So something you can take. So just one example that you can use. Always prepare for their strongest plays, and when they don't have the strongest play prepared, you want to be able to punish them. So yeah, but more or less you want to be always preparing for their strongest plays on curve. So for a common example, against let's say Mirror, so strongest play on curve is probably going to be 7 Bossa if they are going first. So you want to be able to answer that, be it with RHL or with your own 7 Bossa. Best is if it's answered with your own 7 Bossa, just cause you don't really want to be the first one committing the RHL combo. Just in case next time my opponent goes like Borsalino plus Hound Blaze, yeah, at least that just in case my opponent goes Bossa plus Hound Blaze next turn and I just lose all my pieces. Just in case. You always want to be the guy committing the IHL like next, not the one initiating with the IHL combo. Obviously, if you have no other choice, then you still have to go for it. But always just prep for their strongest plays on curve. Just a general rule of thumb. So 2 turns, plan 2 turns ahead. Know what's coming up 2 turns from now. So against yellow, turn 3 is gonna be Geratsu, turn 4 is gonna be 7 cost Big Mom. So I want to be able to prep for those. Prep your hand for those and you'll be fine. Then as you're prepping for those, like natural progression, you'll be able to find the pieces you need for the turns following those. Okay, then optimal progression lines. There's no real auto plays. This deck isn't an autopilot deck. Every turn is different. You have like 1,000 lines of play. You just need to be able to identify the best one. Usually it's gonna be the one that requires the least resources from you and still get the maximum reward. That's something that you have to get used to identifying on your own because every game is different. Every card, all the cards in your hand will be different. So it's hard for me to give a like answer on what's the best play each turn. But in general, it's gonna be the play that requires the least but it does the most. Yeah, just something that you need to take into consideration. I would definitely need like more context if you want to ask me what line of play is better. But what I'm saying to you now is just like kind of a brief summary of how you can identify what's the strongest play.
So
It's gonna
basically,
be the play
if I
that,
can answer the board, developing the body, but not using too much resources, so like the
yeah.
basics.
The deck's concept is you want to develop while you're cracking your opponent's board. Develop and break their board. That's the concept of the deck. So just play towards their game plan and should be fine. Then next thing is
This one, the
run.
7 you answer during the game.
What?
The 0.7 you already answered during the game.
Oh yeah, Branyu and Blue Hina. Only against like 6k leaders, then Branyu might be better. So you can swing 6 with your leader. And 4 cost always the best play on curve. Matchup dependent, but yes, in most cases. In most cases, if you're on 4 Dawn, yeah, definitely play 4 cost if you can. But yeah, I think 100% you play 4 cost. It's just whether or not it's gonna be Bossa or it's gonna be Kuzan. So that will be the matchup dependent. So against matchups that have like turn 3 removal, like Poly, Gedatsu, then definitely dropping the Bossa will be better. But if my opponent doesn't starve me and he's playing yellow, then yeah, drop the Kuzan is fine.
Yeah.
Though sometimes maybe if my hand is lacking a bit on counter value, dropping the Bossa may be better. Just cause I can get off like sort of a free block the next turn if he just swings 5 and drops a 5 cost threat. So if he wants to play a 5 Dawn card, like a 5 cost character, I can get like his leader will be swinging for 5, then I can get off a free block. So just some things you need to consider. Sometimes Bossa might be better, even if my opponent stars me, but in most cases, Kuzan will be better. Just cause I'm developing it a turn earlier, I'm getting rid of a counterless card in my hand, and I'm drawing a card. So in most cases, Kuzan will be the better play, but against decks that have strong turn 3 removal, Borsalino is the better play. Oh, but against aggro, then Bossa would be better in most scenarios. Yeah, as I've said earlier. Just so you can stave off the aggression a little bit.
But against decks like Zoro or Low, wouldn't be Lucci better? Just to start clearing if I have trash?
Yeah. I mean, if okay, if it's
yeah,
I was only thinking between Borsalino and
Okay.
Kuzan because like knowing when to Lucci is pretty obvious, no?
Okay.
Yeah. If Lucci is like the best answer to the board, then yes, obviously go for it. But I'm just saying in terms of Borsalino versus Kuzan, because this is like the main debate people have. Then is 7 Bossa always the best play on curve? Yes. Most cases, it is. Unless my opponent goes super wild on the board, then it might not be the best answer. If the yellow player suddenly jumps 2 triggers from life, it might not be the best play. But in most cases, if it's onto like a board with only 1 threat, or like two threats but I can remove one of them, then 7 Bossa usually is like the best play on curve. And more so because you wanna be playing the most expensive card on curve, because it's a little bit harder to develop them later on. And it's always better to develop them early. So yeah, a little bit more dawn efficient, and you're like kind of forcing your opponent to answer it if they can. Like committing resources to answer it. If they don't answer it and they choose to develop their board, that means your board will have this free 8000 power beat stick. Okay, then Bossa versus RHL. Matchup dependent, as I said. In the mirror, it'll be better to drop 7 Bossa first if you can. If it answers the board reliably. If it doesn't, if you can't kill, like if let's say my opponent goes RHL and I have the option to RHL and Bossa Houndblaze in my hand. Depending on what's in their grave, I will go with Bossa Houndblaze. Because if they don't have any of the pieces, then that will be
Then you
really
play the combo.
yeah, that will be backbreaking for them. But if they have like excess pieces, then just go for RHL. Just cause they already have pieces in the grave, chances are they might not have like the follow up the next turn. Okay, then how to approach deck optimization? Yeah, as I said, I'll just bring this list just because I feel this is a little bit more consistent, and I never really felt the need for more sabos, which is something that more like some of my mentees have asked me, like, is it okay to cut something for like 2 sabos? Then I told them it's fine, you can do it if you're comfortable with it, but my take is that the only reason why I'm playing 1 sabo is because it was the last card I put into my deck. I drafted 49 cards, and I was just contemplating what was the last one I put into my deck. I was just deciding with, I think it was gonna be one of the big cards, Tenkaido, OPO4 Tenkaido, or like Mihawk or Sabo. Like these were the decisions that I was considering. And I ended up just deciding on Sabo just because it's a little bit more attuned with the deck's like strategy, which is cheap cards that are flexible. So Sabo is a card that can be flexible. Just cause I can play on curve, I can play on my later turns to filter my hand, and it helps me lock the board against yellow. So just cause it has like more advantages compared to the other big cards, right? And it's a little bit more flexible because I can weave it into my turns better. Then I'm playing I'm playing the Sabo. Whether or not I'm gonna be running the second one is I personally wouldn't. Just cause that it's kind of Sabo is kind of similar to the big cards like Tenkaido, because the games that he's good in, the game must already be progressing to that game state. So for Sabo to be good, let's say the most common example will be against the yellow matchup, Katakuri for example. For Sabo to be good, I must already be ahead on the board. I must already be within
just to protect it to swing.
Yeah, I must already be winning the game for like on the like usually it will be when my board is full and their board is empty. So I must already be getting to that game state before the Sabo is like a lock. So Sabo is actually a win more card. So yeah, I'll just say these 50 cards is what I will bring, even to like nationals. Yeah, just because I feel that this is a little bit more consistent. Unless you're telling me like 100% you're gonna win all your dice rolls, and you're gonna be playing against matchups that you want to go first against, then I'll say ulti is better. But there's no guarantee. Once you lose a dice roll, ulti feels like shit. So I'm never playing ulti because I suck at dice rolls, and it's not a card I want to see later on into the game. I'm still okay with seeing Hina because if I need cards, Hina can be gas. Can be gas for me. But ulti on the other hand, it's only go on turn 2. Every subsequent turn is dead. So I don't want to be playing a card that can be potentially dead in a deck that I want to be flexible. That I want the cards to be flexible. So I'm not a fan of ulti. So I will bring these 50 cards to any event, any English event, assuming that I'm able to participate in them. Then what are fundamentals? Okay,
Yeah, I asked it because when I had training with Noel and also asked, I think, in Patreon chat, that each of you have different idea of fundamentals unless something changed. So I just wanted to ask, what is your approach?
Okay, in the context of SAKAZUKI, right, it will just be sequencing, like sequencing your cards for like knowing, like trying to, okay, if your turn can improve, right, then obviously you want to try cycling first so that you're able to see, like, you draw the card that is the best for that turn. Common example will be 7 cost Borsalino. Like on your turn, usually when I'm on my 7 Dawn turn, but I don't see 7 Borsal in my hand, I will use my leader ability to cycle for it first before I commit to any play. Just because if I draw 7 Borsal, obviously it's gonna be the strongest play on curve. So this is just one of the examples that I can give you regarding sequencing. So you need to know when to properly sequence your card. So in the early game, it will be to sequence like your Brand New or Hinas first before you decide what to throw with your leader ability. So that's one example. So for Saka's case, sequencing is very important. Also knowing when to attack, how much to attack for. That's like basic One Piece fundamentals. You want to keep your but playing Saka, because the cards are cheap, right? Like you can play more than one card a turn. You want to keep your options like available to you. So let's say, okay, example I gave you like even earlier into the session was the when you just swing, you swing 6 and you leave 9 open, so you can still go into like Rebecca into Sabo. So that was one example that I gave you earlier. So some similar to that, you want to keep your dons open. Don't reveal too much information to your opponent. So at least that if they react in a certain way, you can change up your play. So that's more of like keeping your options open by having more dons up. So don't really, cause if you just swing 7, right, then suddenly the option to like Rebecca plus Sabo closed off for you because now you don't have 9 don. So you just keep your options open, just in case that you can still transition into another play if my opponent reacts a certain way, or if he, let's say, triggers into a certain card. So always have a contingency plan, like plan B, plan C, if your plan B, if you can't carry out your plan A. Yeah. That's that's just Saka things. Sequencing is the most important part. Second thing the most important will be resource management. That's not something that I can really like teach you in one session. That's something you have to pick up as you play your games. But in general, just always try to ask yourself what is like the most efficient way to answer this board. And always plan your turns, like you plan your game 2 turns ahead. Shape your hand to be able to play the next 2 turns at least. Once you get a better hang of it, you can start to plan for the next couple of turns, like even up to turn 3, turn 4, turn 5. But when the game just starts for you, all you have to do is you want to be able to, like, let's say, drop brand new on turn 1, then have a 4 cost on turn 2. Once you're able to get that out of the way, then you can start prepping for my opponent's 5 drop, my opponent's 7 or 8 drop, then the following, and so on and so forth. Okay, I think, any other questions?
I think that's it. It's already longer.
Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, I'll close the session here. If you have any other questions you want to ask, you can just PM me personally. So any like questions, just feel free to shoot them, and I'll try to answer whenever I have time. Yep. Other than that, I wish you all the best for your upcoming events. Yeah, and yep, that's it for me today. I have another session to run to in like 10 minutes time. So yeah, I'll see you sometime. Keep me updated, like how you do and whatnot. If you have anything you want to ask, just feel free to ask, okay?
Yeah, for
Right.
sure. Okay.
Yep, so the things, okay, so before I close, things you need to work on, sequencing and resource management. Try to master these 2 things, and I think you'll be fine. After that, it's just understanding matchups. And yeah, that's about it, honestly. The hardest part about playing Sakazuki is deciding what to throw with your leader ability every turn. That's the one decision you have to make every turn. And yeah, this is the reason why I think a lot of people are not fans of picking this deck up, because they every turn that they start, they have to make this difficult decision. So I
Yeah,
hope from
that's
this
a lot.
coaching session, yeah, I hope from this coaching session you're able to like the pressure is a little bit alleviated for you. So rule of thumb, 2 turns. Put a 2 turns expiry date on all your cards. If this card isn't gonna help me in the next 2 turns, throw it away. But obviously, as I said, if the card has like other niches compared to another card, example is you can look back at like your first game, the hand with 2 Hound Blazers. So Sabo could have been a turn 3 play, which was why we kept it in our hand. Even though it wasn't gonna be helping us, maybe let's say 2 turns down the road. But Houndblaze isn't gonna be live until we pick up a reducer or until we reach later into the game. So it's gonna be live even later than the Sabo, which is why we fucking trash we would just throw the Houndblaze away. There's another thing you need to know as well. Don't overvalue Houndblaze, okay? It's a powerful card, but it has to be coupled with another card for it to be good. Unless you're playing against Zoro or Law, then Houndblaze can be a standalone card on its own. But against most other matchups, Houndblaze has to be paired with something else, which is usually a reducer and a body on the board. The body not that important, but still needs to have a reducer. Okay?
Yeah, I for sure overvalue the Hound base. That's for sure. I notice it as well.
Yeah, don't be too attached to your cards. All of them can be thrown at any time, especially Ice Age. Ice Age is the #1 noob bait, so don't always get baited by it, because the only turns that it can be good is very late into the game. And if the game even reaches to that stage, usually Hina is better. Because Hina is kind of the same thing. Hina is -4, leader swings -1.
And
The
body.
-5 is hard. Yeah, -1 is hardly, -5 is like hardly relevant. Maybe onto big bodies like Kaido, maybe. Yeah, maybe only like 10 cost threats. Ice Age is a little bit more relevant. Other than that, usually RHL plus any -2 reducer can answer up to a 9 cost threat. You only really need Ice Age to touch a 10 cost threat. And there are only like 2 relevant 10 cost cards in the game, Big Mom and Kaido. So might not even get to that stage of the game where Ice Age will be good for you. So don't be too attached to the card. It's just that card that you want to be looking like you want to feel good to top deck. Ice Age is that kind of card. It's an emergency card, not really a card that I have to weave into my turns. Okay,
Yeah, that's why
so
it's 2 copies in deck. Yeah, makes sense.
all right. So yeah, I think this is a good. I hope this session was productive for you. Hope you learned things. Just based on what I watched, if you were going into the event based on that first game, yeah, just book a reservation at a restaurant.
Yeah, just chill on the side events. Yeah.
Yeah, bring your friends to a nice dinner because you're definitely not making past round 3. Okay, I hope after this session, at least you can make it to top card. I hope. Top 64 is easy. As long as you're able to not misplay and make like, just, if you're able to know what to discard, I think you will be already better than, I think you'll already be in like the top 20%. So just hope this session helps you as much as it helps me get a refresher. But yeah, so yeah, I'll just close the session here today. Wish you all the best. So just keep me updated, alright?
Okay, thank you and have a nice day.
Yep, see ya. Bye-bye.
Bye. And that's it for this session. I hope you enjoyed, because it's not something that people are sharing for free. And I think from all the available groups, from all the patrons, coaching and so on, this group of players, the Team Sifu King, is the most consistent. I think they have 3 representatives for the Asia finals, so fingers crossed for them to qualify to the Worlds as well, because only 2 players qualified from Asia finals, like in Europe and in NA. So yeah, if you watch to the end, let me know in the comments if you learned something new, if sessions like that would be helpful to you, if I would review if it was worth, even though I didn't place on any higher placing during Utrecht. I still think those were money well spent for the time, for the coaching with Fabian, with SAKAZUKI, because it helps me to prepare for OP06 as well a little bit, and also help me to change my mindset from playing Zoro into playing Sakazuki, even though the decks are similar in low curve, that you have a lot of micro and macro decisions to take. It helped me to sort some things out, not to overthink, because it's my biggest weakness, that I start to overthink, and in a bad way, in a way that I make mistakes later. So yeah, let me know down below, what do you think? Are the coaching sessions like that valuable? If I would have something to recommend before you buy any coaching from any group, any coach, regardless if it's Team Sifu King or any other players, maybe NA players, top players, maybe from EU and so on, that offer the services, be honest about your expectations, because as you can see, I've came more or less prepared. I wanted to see what my level is in the eyes of the pro, but also I prepared my own questions. Before the training, I also sent some extra info. How was my local experience with Sakazuki when I was just starting playing him? What were my biggest obstacles? So the more you prepare yourself, the better coaching you will receive. And being a casual player, we are working every day, obviously, so at least 8 hours go away. We don't have that much time for training, so we try to cheat it by buying coaching and so on, but there is still a lot of work that you need to put yourself in, because at the end of the day, every game is different and they cannot play for you. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.